Fun thing to do when the weather is cold and snowy outside. Head downtown.
Yeah, this is perfect car show weather.
It is.
Exactly. Come downtown.
Yep.
But you may need to bundle up on your way in, Dan.
It's always the car show. It's always brutally cold.
It is.
Yeah, you know, what better time to just hang out indoors, stay warm, and check out some of the new cars. In fact, what we are tracking is, yes, a reinforcing shot of Arctic air. There it is just south of James Bay. Watch what happens here over the next couple of days. It's just going to continue to settle south, and it arrives right on top of us here later Thursday night and into Friday morning. We have a weather impact alert because, one, we could be looking at record cold. Just the air temperature alone is going to be below zero, and any kind of breeze is going to produce wind chills well below zero. So again, that's Friday morning. Watch what happens after that. Once that polar air eventually retreats and modifies, it really doesn't make a comeback. However, I do want to mention this. This is next week around Tuesday. We still have this trough. That's still going to keep colder temperatures in place. So we're still talking highs 20s and 30s, but at least we're talking 20s and 30s instead of single digits and teens like we have seen. And again, we're going to hang on to these teens, especially with that reinforcing shot of polar air arriving right through the end of the week and even into the weekend. So yeah, we got several more days of not even hitting 20 degrees. And that's key because when we take a look at history, this is going to be one for the pretty much record books when it's all said and done. In fact, as we are taking a look at consecutive days for Buffalo, and our records go back well more than 100 years. Again, this is the record for the amount of consecutive days below 20 degrees. If you remember, it was last Thursday night, early Friday morning. That's the last time we were at 20 degrees. So if you include today, this is now day 5 of only being in the teens, of not hitting 20 degrees. You saw those high temperatures here for the next few days. We don't anticipate hitting 20 degrees at least for 3, maybe even 4 more days. So when all said and done, I think this very well can end up as a top 3 stretch of days below 20 degrees. That is truly living history for you. So here is future look. And again, we are still dealing with some very minor lake effects, some flurries, some patchy light snow. So as you're waking up tomorrow morning, there might be some fresh coatings, upwards of maybe even a half of an inch or so. And again, with temperatures this cold, we're starting out in the single digits, wind chills below zero. Salt is pretty much ineffective on the roadways. So there's going to be greasy road surfaces, there's going to be slick roads. So definitely give yourself some extra travel time. But overall, any accumulation is going to be very minimal. We're talking maybe a couple of inches here and there. In fact, the best chance for maybe a couple of more inches will be later tomorrow. This is at 5 p.m. I do expect some lake effect streamers off of Lake Ontario, and there might even be some connection off of Georgian Bay. So if you're watching anywhere from Niagara Falls to Grand Island, Lockport, Rapids, Pendleton, even down in some of the north towns, I can't rule out some of those stray lake snow showers that, yeah, could even impact tomorrow evening's commute. Slow it down. Not a lot of snow, but again, about 1 to 3 inches potentially where some of those snow showers do persist. And again, here we are Friday morning at 7 a.m. and look at this. This isn't a wind chill. This is the actual air temperature. 4 below for Buffalo, Niagara Falls, 8 below for Jamestown. So that's where we start out Friday morning, and we're still, again, struggling to even get out of the single digits Friday afternoon. Just very frigid. Those cold temperatures do stick around again right through the weekend. So tomorrow it's going to be another brisk, very cold day. We'll have a few snow showers, especially as I showed you north and into the afternoon and evening where we could see 1 to 3 inches. Temperatures for many topping out only within a couple of degrees of 10. And then Friday we have those brutal wind chills to start out the day, 10 to as much as 20 below. There might be some limited lake effect off of Lake Ontario, including Friday. So especially up towards Olcott, Wilson, could see some lake effect fluff. And then into the weekend, pretty quiet. But boy, this cold air just does not want to give up. We're still in the teens Saturday with some minor lake effect up towards Lake Ontario. Sunday, we'll have some sunshine. We're still, though, struggling to climb out of the teens. It's after Sunday where temperatures will modify. Monday, I think we're at least back up into the mid-20s with some sunshine. And look at this, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. We might even be climbing into the 30s. We'll keep you posted on that as we do get closer.